Guten Morgen, Bad Nation. Don't be yawning at me, Big JD in Connecticut. MJ agreed. Good morning, everybody. Hey, it's the Stumps, Roots, and Shoots lady. Good morning, Shaloha and stuff. How is everybody? Mr. Brees, good morning. I appreciate that, Tommy Gunn. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about that repairs to the homestead before we jump right into the brief. So first, let's do a little intro. Good morning. Thank y'all for being here. I really do appreciate y'all. Dolan's Bar. I like bars. Bars of steel, bars of iron. The Punisher's here. Behave yourself today. There's lots of crime out there, but you need to take a day off every now and then, okay? Just breathe. All right, thank you all for being here. At 95,500 people, that's incredible. I'm very thankful for you. If you're lurking in the shadows and you have not yet clicked the subscribe button or clicked the little bell, I would greatly appreciate it if you would do so. That's like the currency of the internet right there, and it costs you nothing. All you gotta do is just click. That'd be awesome. Real currency on the internet is Patreon. You'll find the entirety of this report, all the pages of it, on Patreon. I came for the shadows. Well, Dirty Roofer, you got what you came for. Patreon is the economic engine of Bear Nation. There is no doubt that YouTube does not like conservative, libertarian, God-fearing voices on their channel. And so I would appreciate it if you would consider Patreon. There are a minimum of 30 exclusive pieces of content per month at Patreon. It's $1. Do the math. If you don't like it, you're out $1. If you do like it, you're getting to see a whole nother side of Bear that you don't get here because we can't do it here. So I'm not gonna beg you for your $1, but I am telling you, you're missing out. You're missing out if you're not dropping $1 or more a month on Patreon. Homemade gummy bears. Yes, that's right. Pinkies up, boys. Intel at bearindependent.com. Chemtrail loogies. Trent, you caught me. Don't tell anybody, though. They're not bad unless HARP is incredibly active. But then they get really bad. Intel at bearindependent.com is where you send your intel so we can make this report. Intel and silver linings, please. Intel and silver linings. I want to hear about your good stuff that's going on out there in the world, because there's lots of people that can A, hype you up on all the bad stuff that's going on, B, fill your ears full of nonsense, and C, make you feel like garbage. We don't want to do that here. We want to shine light on all the good things that are happening amidst this global pandemic. So please be sending us your intel reports as well as your good stuff, your silver linings, okay? Oh, Wayfair story. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. Now, I want to talk to you briefly about bugging out. Many of y'all will know that this wall behind me is not mine. And many of y'all will recognize that this dainty little coffee cup, look, you see the size of this thing compared to my hand? I feel like I'm holding a Fabergé egg when I hold this thing. We'll realize that this is not my coffee cup. There you go, White Horse Projects. Now, I'll say this about this coffee. It actually tastes like coffee. It has about 40% of the coffee in it that I would put in coffee, but it actually tastes like coffee. So I'll give them that. They tried. If we had a way to reduce this down ×2, it might actually be coffee. But hey, they tried. All right. And yes, very astute, Scotty. Farts can go through fabric. You're right. Good morning, Ian. So, bugging out. we have regional power outages due to regional, fairly substantial storm damage. And so many people talk a big game about bugging out. We're gonna bug out. And then never do. And so I shot a video for Patreon yesterday detailing the extent of the damage, the scope of the damage, and what precisely was going on. But suffice it to say, we are in your most basic form of bug out right now. And we keep bug out equipment in both my wife's car and in my truck. And you know what we did? We went to our house. We did all the work that we could do. We threw some extra clothes in the car, just like literally a Walmart sack with a couple changes of clothes. Went to the hotel. And now we're at the hotel. Not because we can't hang out in the 100-degree heat. We can. But my life is complicated and has enough friction already that we decided that, you know what? We're just gonna take Bear Clan to the hotel for a pool party and some pizza. And that's what we did. So, we bugged out. Bro America Tatswaya Hotel. Are you listening? Listen. So, we bugged out to the Hotel Motel Holiday Inn. So, not because we're not hardcore enough to survive the apocalypse. No, I think in many instances we've proved that we are. I don't think y'all realize how many children there are in Bear Clan. I don't think you realize how many of those children, when it's 100 degrees outside, become a pain in the ass. So rather than dealing with that, throw the kids in the vehicles, take them to the hotel, pool party, and pizza. Let's do it. So here we are. Here we are. And frankly, kind of enjoying it. It's actually a nice, cool morning this morning. If I could teach them how to make coffee, it'd be nice here. So, but here's the deal. Bug out bag for us is a reality. But as I explained over and over and over again, the bug out bag, AFR, good morning, Air Force retired, is the tiniest little piece of the plan, okay? It's the tiniest little piece of the plan. Where you're going and what you're doing matters so much more than the bag that you're taking. And most people do not. Vester Dillon, good job fighting crime out there on behalf of Bear Nation. When the nation calls, who do they send? Vester Dillon. Jump across the rooftop. Insert the little banner down below. So you gotta know where you're going, right? You gotta know what you're doing. Well, we got that. We got all that figured out. We also, and this is the point that I wanted to make, emergency fund. Emergency fund. I know life out there, Branchwater, amen, Ian. I know that life out there for many people was touch and go before the pandemic, but I cannot encourage you more strongly, even now, get an emergency fund up, because emergencies do happen. So, have an emergency fund so that when they happen, you're not trying to figure out what do we do, like how are we going to pay for this? We didn't put this on a credit card. We took this out of our emergency fund. So it just illustrates that in a lot of cases, Matthew, good morning. In a lot of cases, a credit card and a bug out bag, or an emergency fund on a debit card and a bug out bag, then you stack it back up, Nicholas. You spend less money and earn more money. So, you sell all your toys, sell all your garbage. Free breakfast at the hotel. Michael the Horrible. No hot food because, you know, cross-contamination or whatever. So they're doing like granola bars, yogurt, stuff like that. So anyway, I just wanted to make that point. I think we've hit that enough. Intel report, 13 July 2020, Bear Independent. Intel report. Overview, number of confirmed cases worldwide in the U.S. continues to climb. As of the time of this reporting, the official numbers are as follows. Whatever the kids will eat, that's exactly right. They'll be having cold pizza for breakfast this morning, because I said so. Global cases, 13 million. 4,811,000. 4,871,000 are active. Global deaths are 570,000. Global recoveries are 7,569,000. In the U.S., 3,410,000. Active cases, 1,757,000. U.S. deaths, 137,759. Good morning, Nicole. U.S. recoveries, 1,515,000. Record daily case numbers are being reached in more and more states. Mask mandates have been extended to 24 states. Ofidnar tribesman. Good morning, brother. I hope you have a blessed day. I really, really, really do. I don't know what you're going to be up to today, but I know it's going to be awesome, because you're awesome. Ofidnar tribesman 2020, for real. Lucky, you are correct. You are correct. They can sit on their masks. I like it. And so, mask mandates have extended to 24 states. Couple of real-life anecdotes here. The first is, at least some medical facilities, including the VA, will give you an exemption from mask wearing if you have a religious exemption. So I know from a first-hand account, because I was kind of involved in it, that if your church or your pastor, Clayton Blissett, bless you, turning 18 today. I remember the day I turned 18, my thought was, wow, I'm legally liable for all this bull stuff that I'm doing now. I should probably get my act together. So Clayton, congratulations. You are now legally liable for all the bull stuff you've been doing. Make sure you don't do any bull stuff anymore. And also happy birthday from the Bear Nation. Mostly from Lindsay. She seems pretty excited about it. So you can get a religious extension or exemption, not extension, exemption for mask wearing if you have some documentation from your pastor or religious organization. So that's one like real world first person anecdote that I'm aware of. The second is if you carry a gun, concealed or open carry, you can't legally have your mask, your face occluded. So mask is a no-go. So, MJ, right? So here's the deal. Yeah, stumps, roots, and shoots, you should have. Jeez. I know somebody. I'll call her later and ask her to make you one. Michael Harris, good morning. So the second is, if you carry a gun, for example, me, I can't wear a mask. You can't cause me to commit a felony. You cannot compel me to Seth Denson? Hey, good morning, brother. Hey, if you guys like news, like good news, you really need to check out Seth Denson. And he does a podcast called Somewhere in the Middle. And I've been on it. And he's a really good guy. I know Seth from back in the day. And here's a little fact that you don't know about Seth. While he's charming and handsome and really good at the news, he's also got a set of pipes on him. And that dude is awesome in worship band. And that's where I know Seth from back in the day, North Texas worship band. And he's just a really damn stand-up guy. So go check out Seth Denson and the Somewhere in the Middle podcast. You rock, brother. I hope you have an awesome freaking day. Good to see you, man. I miss you too. Next time I'm down your way, let's get together and do the things. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. It's Monday, man. I hope you have an awesome Monday. So, here's the deal. You can't make me do felonious things by commanding me to wear a mask. So that's a bit of an issue right there. And then the third thing is, no, I'm not gonna do it. You could even say it like a nice Minnesotan. No, sorry, no. And as I said that, I get it. Literally, as I'm saying that, I get a text from Brother Cody. No, sorry, no. I'm not gonna wear the mask. You know, it's I don't like it on my face. It's kind of tyrannical, and I'm not gonna do it. Okay. So you got a church bug out, big? So, however, mask mandates have extended to 24 states. So at least know what position your state is currently taking. Oklahoma and Arkansas are voluntary, but subject to change at any point, right? Free men don't ask permission to breathe. Agreed. And lastly, I saw a really great meme on the Instagrams that was listing all of these predominantly Muslim countries and the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of cases that they have, showing pictures of all their women with their faces covered. And it begged the question, if cloth masks work, how do all these countries with this going on have all of these cases? It's a great question. And I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. So, there you go. They're scientifically proven not to work. Well, there you go. All right, a U.S. military ship, the USS Bonhomme Richard, caught fire at a naval base in San Diego. At least 11 injuries and at least one explosion were reported, though the source of the fire is unknown at the time of this writing. Flush down Cape Brown. I like that. That sounds really good. Never in the history of the world did a bear wear a mask. Fact. That's right, Mr. Brees. They even tried that when we were in captivity in the circuses, and we wouldn't do that. We would ride that unicycle, we would roll that ball, but we would not wear that mask. We have lines, man. We have dignity. Citizens in China have received a security alert from the State Department that warned them to exercise increased caution. There is an elevated risk of arbitrary law enforcement law enforcement, including prolonged interrogation during detention without information about an alleged crime, without access to U.S. consular services, and without the ability to leave the country. Let me read that again. Citizens in China have received a security alert from the State Department, from our State Department, that warned them to exercise increased caution. There is an elevated risk of arbitrary law enforcement, including prolonged interrogation during detention, without information about a legal crime, without access to the U.S. consular services, and without the ability to leave the country. So basically, soft rendition going on in China for American citizens. Be aware of that. A group of researchers sent a letter to Proceedings of National Academy of Sciences, the PNAS, requesting that a study showing mask use was the most effective measure to slow coronavirus spread be retracted. The study has been criticized by many scientists, but the PNAS editors have not responded to the request for retraction. So there you go. Bears, wolverines, and honey badgers, no masks were worn. Indeed. I'm not going to China ever. Roger that, Brent. Roger that. They'd be very confused if you did go there. They'd be like, why is Brent here? He said that he's not going, ever. And then you would just yell, Wolverines, at them, get back on a plane and leave. So, polar bears also don't wear masks. Guys, there's so many directions we could go with this. Americans don't wear masks. Or whatever, right? Listen. Something super important we do need to talk about, though, is now, if you have an HSA, a health, did I just say health? A health, H-E-A-L-T-H, not an H-E-L-F-F. If you got one of you health savings accounts, yo, you can use it at bearindependent.com for IFACs, for the bare fac and the bare minimum. You can use your HSA funds for IFACs, individual first aid kits, on the bare fac and the bare minimum. All the words, tribesmen, all of them, but mostly the ones that are spoken incorrectly this morning because it's Monday. Bad for your health, that's right, Alex. Mark Ivy, bless you. Yes, you can use HSA funds now because my wife is badass. We did it and it worked. Okay. Andrew Barnes, good morning, brother. Matthew, we'll get on it. We're inundated with requests for swag right now, which is great, but We also have an office that has no power and a home that has no power right now. So it's going to be a day or two. HSA funds for bare fac, bare minimum, and tourniquets. It did work. Get the big kid on there. Oh yeah, Mark Ivy, and stomp bags, I think. And we're working on getting all the individual guts. We have people, White Horse, we have people. Just because I'm here doesn't mean there aren't people there who are feeding the chickens and holding rifles right now, because that's what we do. If my rear flank was exposed, would I get over here and talk about it to y'all? No. Tyler Van Meter, you owe us, let's see, it's been 20 minutes, you owe us 20 push-ups. Get started. Anyway, HSA funds can now be used for the bare fac, the bare minimum, and cat tourniquets, and I think SWAT tees, but we're working on getting all of it, all of the IFAC guts plugged into where you can use HSA funds for all of those things, which is super cool. Super, super, super cool. So be sure to check that out. And as y'all know, just got my bare fac. It's tremendous. Bless you, Tactical Homesteader. Yes, you can get the pouch only option, White Fox. It's a great question. You can also get, listen, tribesmen, it's Monday. I'll expose my rear flank if I want to, okay? You can get the bag only option, and you can also get the guts only option. Yankee Survival, good morning. And you can also get the TCCC trainer, which is all the things that you need to train with. And I like this. I'll do 20 with you. I'm on my second cup. Nice. Darren Hill, good morning. If you get the TCCC trainer, then you can use your training combat gauze and your training chest seals and your training tourniquet and your training decompression needle and your training emergency trauma dressing and all those things, so that you're not consuming the guts of your bare fac. And they're very reasonably priced. We actually have them listed cheaper on our site than North American Rescue does, and that's where we get them from. So yeah, the TCCC trainer, Tactical Combat Casualty Care, you'll find it bearindependent.com in the store as well. And as always, you got your shirts, your patches, your stickers, your Prepper Classroom binder, good to go. I gotta tell you, I really appreciate y'all being like, hey, can we just buy the binder? The classroom's cool, and if you want to sign up for the Teachable class, you can, but a lot of y'all were like, we just want the binder, please just make the binder. And so we did, and you guys have been responding in droves to that, so thank you. There's also a training mask. You take it out of the package and you throw it in the trash and done. Mark, I think so. I don't know if Harmony has gotten to putting a stomp bag on HSA yet. I think so, but I don't know for sure. So try it. You can try it, and if not, email us. Email admin at Bear Independent and let us know. But we're working on it for sure, man. The stomp, don't even get me started on the stomp bags, man. Every time I make a stomp bag, you can ask anybody on my team. Every time, and I make them. Every time I make a stomp bag, health savings account, James Mead, health savings account. Seth Denson on Somewhere in the Middle can tell you about him because he's a healthcare analyst specialist guy. He's the best. Health savings account. Every time I make a stomp bag, I get done with it, and yeah, you got to check out with your card, not with PayPal. Thank you, Stumps, Roots, and Shoots. That's exactly right. If you're going to use HSA funds, you got to check out with your HSA card, not with PayPal, or it won't work. But every time I make one, I flop it on the table, and when I'm done, I'm like, this thing is so badass. It's so bad. Like, I'm just, every time I'm like, this thing is so badass. Trent Simpson, the moment I can do that, I will do that. I don't know if you caught the beginning of the show, but there's no power at my house. There's no power at my office. The big old winds came and knocked a whole bunch of stuff down in my neck of the woods, so we'll get there. Thank you, Trent. We'll get there. All right, 2 or more eyewitness accounts, continuity of infrastructure, and supply chains. Because remember, let's not let this die. CH in Trump speak is no power Monday. Nice. CH in Trump speak is J. So supply chains. Continuity of infrastructure and supply chains. Repeating, the coin shortage continues. Some stores have gone cashless, as you can see on Patreon. Now, a lot of people are like, Bear, this is, they're trying to bring us onto a cashless society. Maybe, and I was talking with some brothers about this yesterday. Maybe not, I don't know. But if we're going to talk about cashless society, I think we've had one of those until, or since 1963 when we got off the gold standard. But we have paper, but that paper has no value. B-Ski, we're going to touch on that in a moment. Good morning. CIA, FBI, Overwatch, Chopper. That's correct, Trent. That's correct. They keep me on a short leash. They especially don't like it when I'm being unpredictable and bugging out. And so they always task a helo. Yeah, it's crazy. So we have this money that's made of paper and only has value because the government says so. So we've kind of had a cashless society for a long time. And how we live without money. You have friends and chickens. That's pretty much where it starts with. Friends and chickens. John, don't tell them, John. Shh. Shh. You can't spell bear without Q. Wait, bad slogan, because it's completely untrue. Shaloha, Jeffrey. So, you know, the whole they're trying to usher in a cashless society thing, maybe. I do think that it does make it much easier to track people's spending, which may be what they're getting after. But the whole idea that, like, listen, currency's been monetized or digitized already. Like, it's been digitized for a long time. So, other than being better able to track the flow of goods and services, I don't see what it does for us. Or it does for them about the, you know, they're going to implement a cashless society. They make sure to get that tax money. Exactly. There you go. Hey, man, it's survival prepping for normal people. Normal. Gosh, it's Monday. Good morning, brother. Hey, check this out. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's this guy named Kyle, and he has a channel called Survival Prepping for Normal People. And he has this shirt that looks like this, Survival Prepping for Normal People. And that's Kyle. And see, he's got this Indian headdress on and an AK. And he's standing in a star because he's a rock star. And he's awesome. So Survival Prepping for Normal People. And the back of this shirt says, got tribe? And the answer is, why, yes, I do, sir. Thanks. And so, anyway, he's another great example of why you should be on Patreon, because what Kyle talks about is highly valuable and detested by YouTube. And so, another awesome content creator to check out on Patreon. You should go check out Kyle on Patreon. He's da bomb. I'm subscribed to him. Why are you not subscribed to him? AKs and duct tape, Vester Dylan. That's exactly right. And Kyle goes in depth on a lot of this stuff, like the ramifications of a cashless society and stuff like that. So, anyway, so where did all the coins go? My wife was actually talking with somebody at a store, and who worked at the store, and they said, well, it's two things. Number one, people aren't handling money right now because of coronavirus. So there's been a decrease in the exchange of physical currency right now. Mark, I'll shout out Canadians whenever I feel like it. Shalom, eh? Patriot Plumber, good morning. And so people are handling it less. And she also said that the bank lobbies haven't been opened. And so people who have coins that bring those coins into, like the Coinstar, where they dump it in and turn it into cash or put it on a card, have no way to turn those coins back in. And so that's what they had heard from their local bank branch. Good morning, Hunter Seeker. Shalom. Was that it wasn't some big nefarious government thing. It was that people didn't have the ability to bring coins in to the bank, so the bank branches didn't have them. And a lot of people aren't handling physical currency right now. So that makes sense. Show the t-shirt again. All right, I'll show the t-shirt one more time, but only because Kyle's the bomb. All right, here we go. You ready? Survival prepping for normal people. Michael Putnam, thank you. Appreciate that. Onda the sea. Down where it's wetter. Take it from me. There you go. Survival prepping for normal people. And on the back, and it's a good high quality t-shirt too. It's nice and soft, super soft. With the shirt off this time. All right. Underneath this, I have a Vester Dylan Saves the World t-shirt. Yeah, that's exactly right, Stump Shoots and Shoots. These are actually available on Patreon right now. There's a link to them on Kyle's Patreon, at Survival Prepping for Normal People. So, Vester Dylan Saves the World, I think is going to be a real t-shirt. Take a note, Renee. The mods could grab a link. They could. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right, mods, if you do have a link, or if Kyle, you have a link to your t-shirt, go ahead and post it up. The Bear Nation needs some of these, man. Words. All of the engine production in the Chihuahua state of Mexico has been reduced by 50% due to virus-related restrictions. If Ford doesn't receive engines produced there, it may have to close some U.S. car plants as early as this week. Not good, Mumzu. I'm not a mod. Pfft, whatever. Try me now. Hey, it's the AVT. I'll send coins only to buy this shirt. Good morning, Angry Viking Therapist. While companies have stepped up to produce soap and sanitizer after the first huge surge of demand, there is now a shortage of the pumps used on bottles of soap and sanitizer. Good morning, Too Many Oaks. Legal, political, and military. In Texas, several sheriffs and police departments have refused to enforce the statewide mask order. Denton County Sheriff remarked on the hypocrisy in asking police to enforce the order on citizens after the massive rallies of people shouting "F the police" were not condemned by officials in weeks earlier. Amen. Now, Denton is like Little Austin, and the moral, or the motto of Austin is "Keep Austin Weird." So, Denton, I literally one time with my wife got a burger in Denton, and while we were there, two adult-aged humans walked in, Guns and Coffees, good morning, walked in, and they were both wearing full spandex bodysuits, and the girl was cut down here like in a V all the way to her belly button, and it was blue, and she had on yellow boots that came up to her knees, and yellow gauntlets, and a yellow cape. And the dude, I think he was like black and red. And so I'm me, and I'm like, hey, you're like, is it almost Halloween or what? And they were like, no. They were offended that I even asked. Good morning. Good, how are you all? And so they were offended that I even asked, as if any normal human being would understand that you wear your spandex superhero costumes out to get, I have one, Wolverine, I'm wearing it, out to get burgers at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday. So, yeah, Denton's a little special. So, and there's a lot of colleges there, and so therefore there's a lot of snowflakes there. But not everybody who's in college in Denton is a snowflake, because I know people who are, and they're not. That being said, it's good to see the Denton County Sheriff standing up and saying, hey, you know what? How about F you and your stupid idea? So, that's awesome. The Department of Homeland Security has deployed officers in tactical gear to protect federal property and monuments amidst the continuing vandalism and civil unrest. Burrito Man and Taco Girl. let's not even start the discussion that there's a lot of people who shouldn't be wearing spandex at all. 150 officers in Minneapolis have sought disability for PTSD after the unrest following George Floyd's death. I know that AVT has said, because of his line of work, which is helping officers and other people who wear a uniform for a living unpack a lot of the trauma and stress that they deal with on the daily, he said that unfortunately his business is up. Not good. Not good. So, the Texas Republican Party is suing the city of Houston and its mayor after the GOP convention was canceled due to the coronavirus and climbing. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Societal in general. In some grocery stores, limits on select items are returning. Several county medical examiners have reported significantly high capacities due to COVID-19. While care is being maintained, the system is becoming strained. Refrigerator trucks have been ordered from Maricopa County, Arizona, as they reached 96% capacity. And the CEO of Goya Foods, the largest Hispanic-owned food label in the country, has supported Trump, drawing outrage from the thought leaders and calls to boycott Goya products. He refuses to apologize, saying the boycott is a reflection of a division that exists today in our country that is killing our nation. The company will be donating 2 million food products to American food banks. He supported Obama too. Hey, he's here now, right? I'll tell you this, man. Honestly, he's here now. Who I was 8 years ago, y'all wouldn't have liked me. I didn't like me much. Y'all definitely wouldn't have liked me. So, he's here now. Okay? Done lines, amen. Amen, Viper. All right, listen. When you're trying to protect Goya from the rioters, you're gonna need some body armor. Where do we go to get body armor, Bear Nation? Do we all remember? Haunted, good morning, Haunted. Where do we go for body armor? I'm listening. Can't hear you. Anybody? Adventure Frontier. That is correct. My closet. Everybody go to Mac Pence's closet. He's got armor for everybody. Exactly. Thank you. Target. Nope, not so much. AdventureFrontier.com. Bless y'all. No, not Walmart. AdventureFrontier.com. That's where you get your armor. They got your Spartan armor. They got your triple curve, your level 4s, your level 3 pluses, your steels, your multi-hit ceramics, your single curve, your triple curve, your anti-spall coating, your side plates, your shooter's cut, your swimmer's cut, your condor mop Cs, your ranger plates, all the blah, 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 blah. The armor tree in the backyard. Man, mine has not been growing much. Michael Harris. Close. Close. Here's the deal. I ordered level 4 plates about a month ago, and I got mine a few days ago. I ordered some more level 4 from them. Vestor's got duct tape. And so, while, yes, it says on their website, exactly, Jeffrey, we're getting there. It says on their website up to 12 weeks delivery time. Mine came in about 4 weeks. So, as the Angry Viking Therapist will tell you, rioting will affect shipping times. Good morning, David. So, at AdventureFrontier.com, you can get your armor. You can get your IFAKs. They carry the Bear Independent IFAK, the Bear FAK. They carry the Bare Minimum, the Active Shooter Response Kit, as well as several kits from several other people. But we all know we want the bare fact because it's handmade, made in America, guaranteed forever, with the highest quality North American rescue components, including that cheap-ass tourniquet that's the best that you can buy, that's issued to every United States Armed Forces member on planet Earth. And they also have your fluffy bunny stickers. So, armor, check. IFACs, check. Fluffy bunnies, check. And you can use promo code BEARNATION for $10 off your armor at adventurefrontier.com. Go there and tell them that Bear said hey, and check out what they got. They are huge supporters of the Bear Nation. They're my friends in real life. They're awesome brothers, and they're hardcore believers. And you don't understand, there's like no markup on armor. And so for them to say, hey, here's $10, like literally, they make a $20 bill on the armor and they're giving 10 of it back to you. That's awesome. So, adventurefrontier.com. Jess, I would. But how you prioritize that, adventurefrontier.com. How you prioritize that depends on your specific situation. All right, single accounts, insider intel, and miscellaneous. In one Arkansas town with a mask mandate, a viewer notes, quote, about the same percentage of people who were not wearing masks voluntarily are still not wearing masks inside stores. Even some employees I see are wearing their masks on their chin or hanging off of their ears. One contributor received a voter registration form for his black cat, Amos, that died 12 years ago. Pics of this are on Patreon, and I would bet you money that cat votes Democrat. Good morning, Double Tapping Hillbilly. I hope you're having a blessed day, sir. Let me repeat that. One contributor received a voter registration form for his black cat, Amos, that died 12 years ago. Who is in charge of this horse pucky, man? In Virginia, quote, stores here are requiring masks due to Governor Northam's executive order. Our local Walmart had cops standing outside and refused entry to my friend's 8-month pregnant wife unless she put on a mask. Now, this of course begs the question, getting back to masks are mandatory. Is this tyranny actual, or is this the choice of the individual business? Well, in this case, it's mandated by the governor, so I think we could make the argument that, yes, this is tyranny at this point. And Governor Northam is just terrible. I don't even need to add my own flavor to this. He's just, thanks, Mr. Breeze. He's just terrible. He's just a terrible governor. Everything that he does is just terrible. One Wolf, I appreciate you. Thank you. You have a great day as well. Thank you very much. So, in this case, I would say, yes, that's tyrannical, man. That's just not cool. Shite. Yes, that's correct, Scotty. Now, in other cases, like let's say, in other areas of the world, where the business says, it's the business's choice to have you wear a mask. Now, in this case, you could make the argument, and it would be accurate, well, it's the business. The business has the right to deny services to anybody they see fit. And so, in this case, Crazy Goat Lady, bless you, thank you. In this case, it's the business's choice. They don't have to serve you if you refuse to wear a mask. So, there you go. Decent argument as well. The thing that I want to get here, though, and I was talking with some brothers about this yesterday, is I think it's possible that at some point, potentially in the near future, we come to the point where the system is going to say, you have to do this thing. And you are unequivocally going to say, no, I don't, and I'm not going to. And when that happens, we will be forced to make a choice to say, okay, that's it. Not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not playing your game anymore. Wow. And I just spilled this wonderful hotel coffee all over myself. Mostly on the report, though. It'll be okay. So, that means, again, this gets back to the whole idea of being independent. Bear independent, right? The giant will rise. I hope so, Michael Putnam. If the system says you can't shop here unless you wear a mask, bless you, Homestead Hopeful Tara, thank you. Coffee down. The coffee is hard down. Repeat. Coffee is hard down. If the system says you can't play in our sandbox unless you do these things, and you unequivocally will not do these things, that means you need to have your own sandbox. You need to think about that. You need to have your own sandbox. You need to have your own mini system. And that is what I have been trying to, in one way or another, to encourage you, cajole you, shame you into, motivate you to participate in, get you to think about for the last couple, 3 years here. Is make your own sandbox. Exactly, Painter Steve. Because at some point, they may not let us play in their sandbox. So if you can't play in their sandbox, where are you gonna go? I'm good, John. Thanks. That's right. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. So think about that. I mean, honestly, think about that, because we're continuing to see lines drawn here, right? Those that will play, those that won't play. We're not playing. I'm not playing your game. That's a stupid game. I reject your game. I'll be over here making my own game. Okay? So, honestly, things to think about. The best games. Tremendous. Oh, Intel staff is here? I didn't even see the blue wrench of the Intel staff. Good morning, Intel staff. Should this sandbox be in a Republican state? That's a really good question. I think it should be in the center of the country. Ah, I see the Intel staff blue wrench now. I think it should be in the center of the country, which tends to be Republican states. But let's just be frank here. Republicans do, in most cases, just as terrible of a job as Democrats when it comes to actually leading on issues. At least on the federal level. On the state level, that one got some distance. That was a good, like, 14 yards. I'll just put it this way. Oklahoma has its issues for sure, but not one county in the last 3, 4, maybe even 5. Good morning, Artful. Not one county in the last at least 3, maybe 4, possibly 5 presidential elections. Not one county voted blue. In the last 20 years, not one county. So, there you go. Is it perfect here? No, absolutely not. It's not perfect here at all. And there's pockets of Oklahoma that I would not want to live in. Like, frankly, I wouldn't want to live there. But there are considerably more pockets of places that I would want to live in than a lot of other places. So, things to think about, man. But also, if you're from a blue area and you move into a red area, don't mess it up for the rest of us, okay? Don't mess it up for don't come out here and be like, these roads are terrible. How come nobody paves these roads? Because the property taxes are infinitesimally smaller than what you're used to paying, and I'd rather pay for new you know, a new front end on my truck than pay exorbitant taxes for the roads, okay? That's why. Oh my God, who's gonna trim all these trees? You. You are. How come nobody comes to pick up the trash? That's your job now, okay? So you keep that stuff over there on the coasts. Out here, we handle things slightly differently. So, all right, international. The Chinese embassy in Kazakhstan warned of an unknown pneumonia deadlier than the coronavirus. Kazakhstan has rejected these claims, and the World Health Organization has stated that it is unaware of any new emerging disease in that area. However, I in no way trust the World Health Organization. And the U.S. welcomed Beijing to join in arms control talks, but China has responded that it, quote, has no interest, end quote, until the U.S. would agree to lower its number of nuclear weapons to match theirs. Lovely. Actionable. Make sure your fire extinguishers are ready to go. Be aware of the upcoming and current availability of explosives, aka fireworks, and the subsequent risks that they may carry. Be in communication with your neighbors and your sheriff's department, and be prepared as possible as a group for civil unrest. The new firearms transaction record has all of your buyer information on the first page. This makes gathering personal information of the buyer as easily as recording with your phone. So, don't do that. Reach out and socially support others. Suicide is on the rise, even among children sequestered at home. Make sure that people know that they are loved, okay? And beyond that, give them, create for them, assist them with ways that they can contribute that are meaningful, and allow them to inform their sense of purpose, okay? If you cannot acquire a freezer for meat, remember that pressure canning, pickling, and freeze drying are options. Also, consider looking on alternative markets like Book of Face and List of Craigs for individual sellers of freezers. Good morning, JC Fouts. Alternative food resources. Find you some Asian people. Find you some Amish people. Go to restaurant supply stores and to your local farmers. Local farmers, especially when dealing with protein that still has a pulse. You can form groups, and you should already be forming groups, but your group can buy direct and process live. Meaning you walk a live animal into your trailer, and when you get back to your homestead, good morning, Randy Newman, you go to work. If you need medical supplies, you can check out bearindependent.com and use your health savings account to buy Bearfax, bare minimums, and tourniquets. You can also look at midwife and veterinary supply stores. I like Shop MedVet for, I think it's either Shop MedVet or Shop Vet Med, one or the other. I can literally never remember. But I like them on a lot of things. Chewy.com, which is owned by Walmart, has gotten pretty slick on, like, I think they figured out that not everybody's fish got sick at the same time, and so the prices of fish antibiotics have gone up and the availability has gone way down, and they were heavily controlling what went where. So got a smoker for meats and fish yesterday. Vester Dillon, you're awesome. So if you cannot obtain seed in your area, use your pantry. Dry beans, seeds found in ripe squash and tomato, potatoes that are left to sprout eyes, and so forth. And Stacy, good morning. And stay politically vigilant and active. Watchman News, exactly. My left nostril just got like super itchy all of a sudden. Silver linings. A contributor is forming a mag through the local community boards on Book of Face. They started with 5 chickens and a rooster. ETA on Bearfax. Alex, they are shipping within their stated fulfillment times on the website, 3 to 5 weeks. We're trending closer to 5 weeks right now. But we're doing a massive amount of work on the back end right now. to increase the production capacity of sojourn gear in order to be able to get pouches faster. And that's the crux of the issue right now. How do we make more handmade, guaranteed forever, made in America stuff? You need more people, and so more people and more equipment. The equipment we can buy, and we have. The people we're having a hard time finding. So we're working on it so that we can spin up the number of kits that we can produce every week. It takes about 1 man-hour just to sew 1 kit. So if we sell 100 kits in a week, guess what? That means Cody's working 100 hours this week. So we need more people, right? Silver linings. They have food in the ground and in buckets to the rafters. Quote, thank you for the inspiration you've given us to get out there and start our own mag and become better neighbors. My boyfriend and I have only been here about 6 months, but we've gotten a lot accomplished. Amen. Notes, first of all, intel at bearindependent.com. We need more of your actionable intel. Wayfair reporting is coming. There's a lot there. There's a lot there. We need more of your actionable intel. And we need more of your silver linings. Like I said, I want to know the good things that are going on out there. Good morning, Troy. Bless you. Thank you. I want to know the good things that are happening out there amongst the Bear Nation from y'all. Also, we were talking about this yesterday. I had a group of brothers here. So yeah, email intel at bearindependent.com. Your intel and your silver linings. Intel at bearindependent.com. So I was talking with a couple brothers last night, and the question or the conversation came up of like, look, we don't know how to save the world. I don't know how to save the world. I know how to save one person at a time. That's what I know how to do. And Patriot Plumber, man, good morning. I know how to save one person at a time. And if we can save one person, now one person becomes 10. And Matthew, bless you. And that 10 becomes 100, and 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million, 10 million. One person at a time. And so I want to encourage you, just like eating an elephant. That's exactly right, Slow Chuck. I want to encourage you today and this week, specifically this week. Bless you, Ian. Think about who's your one person. Where is your one person? Father God, put me where my one person is this week. Who are you going to save? If you don't know, and I'm telling you, man, it comes to me like instantly. Like I got ideas. I bet most of you, if you just think right now, who are you going to save? And it's not you that does the saving, it's the Father that does the saving. So it's not all on you. It's the same deal that Moses had with the Most High. You just show up, he'll give you the words. So, we can't save the world. We aren't supposed to save the world. Amen, Frito. But here's the deal. We can save one person at a time. And so, I encourage you strongly to think about who's your one. Who are you going to get this week? Who are you going to talk to? Who are you going to evangelize with? Who are you going to share your testimony with? Who's your one? Because I think that we have the potential for tough times coming up. And we can't save everybody. We're not supposed to save everybody. Everybody is not a remnant. But we can get one. We can get one. AVT, exactly. we can get one. And so pour into that one, whoever that one is. Do that. And Todd Masterboni, good morning, man. I know I owe you an email response. Life has been a mess. I'll get you, bro. Find that one. Pour into that one. All right, I want to share our notes with you, and then we're going to pray. Bear Nation, y'all can find each other at bearindependent.com on the forums. The reason the forums exist is because I don't want to be the stumbling block for y'all finding each other. So many people are like, Bear, how can I need to find people in East Overshoe, Indiana. Do you know anybody? No. But go online to the forums at bearindependent.com. You can find your swag, your gear, and all your other stuff at the online store at Bear Independent. Y'all know that. Please check out Veterans for Child Rescue, www.vets4childrescue.org, and they have a full-length documentary about sex trafficking, the Contraland movie, contralandmovie.com. Please go check them out. It's heartbreaking. You know, we talk about saving one person. It's literally what they're doing. People who have been used, trafficked as product. So check them out, vetsforchildrescue.org. Also Grindstone Ministries, which is our ministry. To support Grindstone Ministries, you can go to grindstoneministries.com and donate there. You can go to disastercoffee.com. A portion of their proceeds come to us. You can get dressed with sanctifiedsupplyco.com. A portion of their proceeds come to us. You can use promo code BEAR for 10% off of any order. Ducks, bless you. Thank you. At Sanctified Supply Co. They have new Sukkot t-shirts out. They're freaking awesome. Sanctified Supply Co. is awesome. And Bear Nation, you guys have really helped support them, and I appreciate you in the doing of that. And you can pre-order radios from amendment1preparedness.com. Amendment1preparedness. Amendment1preparedness.com. If you're into ham radio stuff, or you're brand new, or you've been in this game a while, Amendment 1 Preparedness is the bomb. Huge supporter of this show, behind the scenes, huge supporter of the Grindstone raffles. Just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So check that out. Disastercoffee.com, sanctifiedsupplyco.com, and amendment1preparedness.com. Also, Blaze Defense Systems. If you need fire suppression, blazedefensesystems.com. You can use code BEAR for 10% off fire suppression. So go to Blaze Defense Systems, look up their fire extinguishers, and you'll find some good stuff there. They got all kinds of stuff, but specifically the fire suppression, you can use promo code BEAR. So with that, really think about who you're going to save. Who's the Father working on and using you to work on? What can you do this week? I mean, specifically, this week, who's your one? Shaloha, Chris. All the sound effects. Let's talk to the Father. I have 5. Amen, brother. Good morning, Father Yah. We have a mighty need this week. And so, Father, I would ask you, who do we need to save? That you would point this out to us, and that you would give us the tools in our toolkit to talk to them about you, to introduce them or reintroduce them to you, Father, to share the gospel with them, to testify about how awesome you are, to shine light on restoration and redemption, Father, to onboard people into your ways, to come to know you and to continue to walk with you, Father. I pray that you would just make it perfectly clear to us who it is that we're supposed to discuss you with, and that you would give us the words, that we would show up and you would give us the words, Father. And I know that you will. And so I'm asking you to just make it obvious to us who is our one this week. Our one for you, not for our glory, but for you, Father. Father, thank you for the Bear Nation. Thank you for everybody within the sound of my voice. Father, thank you for my team. They are awesome, and I am blessed that you would see fit to allow us to do what we do. I have the best job, and I'm honored that I get to do this for you with them. So, Father, thank you for that. Father, if there's anything within the sound of my voice that's not of you, I rebuke it in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach and command it to flee. In me or in everybody who's listening right now, if there's anything not of you in there, get out. And if you just had a big sigh or a hiccup or a burp or anything like that, that was it. That was it going. So Father Yah, fill us up with your Ruach HaKodesh, your Holy Spirit, Father. Be indwelt in us for wisdom and for discernment, for peace and strength and authority and love and compassion and knowledge and understanding and direction, Father. That you would use us for your will this day. That you would point us in the right direction and set us to task, Father. Thank you that even though storms have blown through here, that we're all okay. And that damage is only to physical things. Things that can be replaced or repaired, Father. Father, thank you for the opportunity to do this. Thank you for being sovereign over all things. And as the world continues to melt and go crazy, we might draw closer to you. We don't always get it right, but yet you still continue to walk with us. And I am deeply appreciative of that. Thank you, Father. I ask all these things in the mighty name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen. Usually, I get done praying and I feel tired. I feel filled up right now. That's awesome. Bear Nation, you guys are awesome. ABT, bless you, brother. Sarah, bless you, sister. Blue Wrenches, everybody, the whole team, you guys are awesome. Tribesman, bless you, brother. Patriot Plumber, bless y'all, bless y'all, bless y'all. We'll talk soon. Go out there and be the light. The world needs Yah more than ever. Amen, Badger. We are awesome. Hi, Libby. Shalom, Mr. Brees. Shalom, Canuck. Shalom, Okie. I'll see y'all soon.